All right, in this episode, we're here in the Queenstown Sports Center where?
The Eastern Shore of Maryland, right by Annapolis on the Chesapeake Bay.
All right, Brent Porcio here at the @TopVelocity hashtag Pitch Tip Show, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, @TopVelocity hashtag Pitch Tips, hashtag Baseball Tips. Ask your question. We answer on the show. Probably don't have any questions today because we're out here in Queenstown, Maryland, brought to you by Gus Kaplangus, who worked his butt off to get us out here to do a clinic with his boys in Queenstown, along with Coach Mike Linsky. You've seen him before, Nuke Baseball.
AKA Nuke.
We also have Coach Klein, who graces with his presence. Been full of valuable information. I've enjoyed picking his brain, and of course Stevie G is in the house. So really exciting. We got to come out here. We're going up to PA in a little bit, but this was really exciting. I think a lot of these young kids were really, they paid attention. I only had a few guys falling asleep on me, and it turned out to be a good camp. So Gus, tell them about yourself, tell them about what you do, tell them about your boys, and tell them about what did you enjoy about the camp today?
Well, I am an advocate for bringing the best out of youth as a baseball coach and as a friend and as a mentor. And what we do with these kids, it means what's going to happen to the future of this game. And we got to pass this game down. My job is to make my job go away. What was that word? Obsolete. Make my job obsolete. Now, what Brent's doing, what we saw today, was the future of baseball. And all you people out there need to pay attention to what's going on at topvelocity.net, because this is the way we should be teaching everybody. And the coaches, you got to get in on this so that you know what you're passing on instead of getting these guys hurt because you're teaching the old way. This is the new way, this is the future, and you got science to back it.
Preach it, brother.
So Mike, talk a little bit about what you feel like we did really well today with the kids, what really helped them in the process. What do you think was the highlight of the camp? What did you enjoy?
Man, one thing that we brought out is, of course, the passion that Gus has for the kids in baseball. But, we really broke it down. So many people watch Top Velocity, and it's like, well, I don't understand torsion, I don't understand abduction, I don't understand this and that. But when you're in a setting like this, you can break it down to a lot of different word pictures that will get outside of the science. That brings it, we talked about KISS, keep it simple, silly, or stupid, depending who you're talking to. And we kept it really simple today. And the kids got it. We had, what was our youngest? 13-year-old. And he got it. And matter of fact, he was probably one of the best mechanically
really
kids
good.
that we saw. So because we broke it down to a simple type language, and the parents were here listening at the same time, and it truly does take a village to teach these kids, and that's what happened today here. I think we planted roots here in Maryland without a doubt.
So Coach Klein, you kind of sat in the back and listened and observed, and you come from, and tell them about your background. You tell them where you coach.
I'm a sports science consultant. I coach right now at the University of Virginia. I spend part of the week with them as a kind of a biomechanics and kind of support all the events. I work with St. John's College High School as a strength and speed coach for them, and then also while I'm in Charlottesville, I work with the Miller School.
Well, cool. So you sitting back there listening to this. So you're not. I wouldn't say. Obviously, you're not. You're saying you're not a baseball guy, right? You like baseball.
I grew up. It's interesting. I grew up playing baseball.
Okay.
I switched to track and field when I was in high school. When I coached college football and track, I ended up working for a guy who played college baseball and became a head track coach, who's in the Kansas Hall of Fame for track and field now.
That's cool.
I asked him. I said, wait a minute, you're a baseball player in college and you end up being a head track coach. How does that happen? And he said, well, last I checked, both of them, both sports got to throw things real far and run fast and turn left. And I kind of turned and walked away and dizzy, and came back and learned a lot from him the next couple of days because, and what I found in working with speed, it's actually easier to teach baseball players how to run than track athletes because the game's already very technical and they're already used to learning that way. So if it's just thought of as one more skill, they pick it up much quicker than kids that aren't used to being coached, aren't used to being taught, or aren't used to developing their skills.
So you sitting in the back and listening to kind of like this approach, what did you get out of it? What was your conclusion, or what did you want to add to it? Anything?
One, I think it's extremely valuable to them. I think the people that were here realize what they got. One, I'm on vacation right now. This is my one time a year when I actually get vacation. And Gus told me you were going to be here, so I turned around and came the other way.
Oh, cool.
And came back
Exciting.
to meet you because one, you helped one of my cousins in Florida years ago, and two, it's close to my heart. You guys are speaking the D word a lot. You guys are talking about development. I'm not interested in a quick slap together program for anybody. I'm interested in anybody else that thinks that the pieces of the puzzle need to be put together, and it's a little bit longer approach, and wants to really develop kids rather than just, all right, make them sweat, ramp up the numbers, get them out the door. And I think we see that a lot, and I see a lot of people get hurt and disappointed for taking those approaches. I think this is an excellent approach.
Cool. Well, I appreciate it. What do you want to add to that?
I don't even know.
Hey, Gus, I want to ask something. I mean, here at Queenstown,
I'm just happy to be here.
here at Queenstown, this was a great facility, to be in, but there's something big getting ready to happen in Queenstown in the backyard.
Oh, yeah, we're getting ready.
Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, we're getting ready to put up a 27,000 square foot dome. And this winter, come January, February, we're going to be holding winter baseball tournaments with wood bats for youth.
That's exciting. So how can they find you?
You can find me by sending me an email, guskaplangis@gmail.com. You can Google Gus Kaplangis.
How you spell Kaplangis, Gus?
It's real easy, man. It's 3 syllables. K-A-P as in Paul, L-A-N as in Nancy, G as in Gus, E-S as in Sam. Kaplangis, not Kaplangis. Kaplangis.
Greek power, baby.
But if you Google me, you'll find all kind of stuff. You'll even find my cell phone number.
You'll also find them at ABCA if you have watched. Were you one on our shows? Were you on one of our shows at ABCA?
No, I wasn't.
You might have seen a picture of him. He's been
Yeah, I don't
there
think
to support us. He'll be there at this ABCA in Indianapolis this year, right?
That's right. I'm
Big,
on the
big.
ABCA.
It's going to be fun. We're going to have 3 booths this year. It's going to be exciting. So how can they find you, Mr. Nuke?
Yeah, Nuke Baseball, Nuke as in Bull Durham, nukebaseball@gmail.com. If you want to reach out, I'm located in Houston, Texas. Came up Houston, not far from New Orleans, to join my hometown here at Maryland. Went out to the Baltimore Oriole game, saw some older players. Matter of fact, saw Louisiana boy, Ben McDonald. Chatted with him for a while. I don't look up to many people being 6'5", but I look up to Ben. So,
Yeah, he's a stud.
yeah, good coming back home.
Cool. How can they find you, Coach?
The website is called poweredbyamps.com, and that's with short for AMPS training method.
Can I
Powered
plug my
by Amps.
website? Can I plug
Yes.
my website? Okay, I'm crabfestbaseball.com or baybridgebaseballacademy.com.
I like it. Stevie G, anything?
Man, I just thought it was a really well-received camp. I think the parents, the kids, I think got a lot out of it, and I just had a great time talking to Coach Klein. I sat and talked with him for an hour or so, and I could talk to you all day, man. Like just sharing information, and also just he's brought Olympic lifting into some of the baseball teams that he's teaching, and just hearing some of his war stories that he's dealing with it. So it's good to know that it's getting into baseball, and there's other people trying to push it in. So it's good.
I don't think these people realize how difficult this was to actually take place between a tornado that took place in Kent Island.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Oh,
A
That's
wonderful
right.
airline issue.
My house roof. My house roof.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all kind of crazy.
Yeah, it took a lot to get here, but we did it. So we didn't do any questions today. If you have a question, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, @TopVelocity, #pitching tips, #baseball tips. Y'all have had great questions to the show. Keep them coming. We're going to keep the show coming. This is like episode 386. Can you believe
Wow.
that?
400 party,
Here we
400
go.
party.
Episodes. So it's pretty exciting, and maybe your question will be on the next episode.